I stood at the edge of the cliff, my heart pounding in my chest. The cold wind whipped against my face, carrying with it the weight of the decision I was about to make, a decision that would alter the course of my life forever. With every breath I took, a voice in my head screamed at me to turn back, to not go through with it, but there was no turning back now. The moment had arrived, and I had to make the choice, a choice that would either break me or rebuild me. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Or please complete our 1,000 subscribers. It all started months before, when my life seemed ordinary, predictable even. I was living in a small, quiet town, working a simple job, and surrounded by people who loved me. But despite all of this, there was a constant emptiness in my heart. I felt like I was meant for something more, something beyond the routine. And then she walked into my life. Her name was Emma, and she was everything I thought I needed. Her laughter was infectious, her eyes filled with warmth and understanding. She listened to me in ways no one had before, made me feel seen and heard. We spent endless hours together, sharing our hopes, dreams, and fears. It was as if I had found the missing piece of me, the person who completed the puzzle of my existence. I thought I had it all, a love that felt destined, a future that seemed so clear. But as time passed, the shadows of doubt began to creep in. Emma had dreams too, big ones, dreams that took her places I couldn't follow. She talked about traveling the world, pursuing passions that required sacrifice and dedication. And I, on the other hand, was rooted in this town, tied to a life that felt increasingly small. We started to grow apart, slowly but surely. Her ambitions clashed with my own, and the more we tried to ignore it, the harder it became to pretend everything was fine. One evening, as we sat across from each other at a small cafe, the silence between us grew unbearable. She looked at me with those same eyes that once held nothing but love, but now there was a flicker of uncertainty. "I have to go," she said softly, breaking the quiet. Her voice trembled, but there was resolve in her words. "I can't stay here. I need to chase my dreams. I need to see the world." My heart shattered in that moment. I wanted to beg her to stay, to hold her close and never let her go, but I knew deep down that doing so would be selfish. Her dreams were hers, and I couldn't hold her back. And so I made the decision, a decision that would change everything. I chose to let her go. I chose to step aside, to support her in her journey, no matter the pain it caused me. It felt like I was letting go of a part of myself, but I knew that if I truly loved her, I had to let her go. The moment she left, I felt like the world had slipped out from under me. The empty house, the empty bed, the empty future. It was too much to bear. But what I didn't realize at the time was that this heartbreaking decision was the beginning of my own transformation. I had spent my entire life living for others, for the expectations of society, for the comfort of routine. Emma had awakened something in me, something I had long buried, the desire to dream, to take risks, to live a life that was truly mine. She had given me the courage to face my fears, even if it meant walking away from everything I knew. In the months that followed, I found myself venturing beyond the borders of my comfort zone. I started a new job that challenged me in ways I never thought possible. I traveled to places I had only ever dreamed of, not out of necessity, but out of a newfound sense of adventure. I learned things about myself that I never knew existed: strength, resilience, and the ability to start over, no matter how painful the past was. And yet, even as I began to rebuild my life, the memory of Emma lingered. I often wondered what might have been if I had made a different choice, if I had fought harder to keep her in my life. But then I realized that the decision I made, as heartbreaking as it was, had shaped me into the person I had become. It had pushed me to grow, to explore, to break free from the confines of what was comfortable. One day, I received a letter from Emma. It had been years since we had spoken, and I wasn't sure what to expect. In it, she told me about her journey, the places she had been, the people she had met, and the dreams she had chased. She thanked me for letting her go, for giving her the freedom to live the life she had always wanted. And in that moment, I realized that sometimes love isn't about holding on. It's about letting go and trusting that the universe will lead both of you where you need to be. As I stand here, reflecting on everything that has happened, I know that the decision I made that day was one of the hardest yet most transformative choices of my life. It broke me, but it also rebuilt me in ways I never could have imagined. And now, as I continue on this journey, I carry with me the lessons learned from that heartbreak, that sometimes we must make difficult decisions in order to grow, and that letting go of something we love can open the door to a future far greater than we ever expected. If you've ever had to make a difficult decision that changed the course of your life, then you know exactly how I feel. Life isn't always easy, but it's the choices we make in those pivotal moments that define who we are and who we become. If you found my story meaningful, then please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me to share my journey with you. Thank you for watching.